Another boring show on the road to WrestleMania. This is getting to a point where it's unwatchable. There was no John Cena. There was no The Rock. No fucking Travis Scott. Like, can we explain the story? Cody Rhodes shows up with Randy Orton. And Randy Orton basically glazes him. I respect you, Cody. You deserve this. You carry this company. 99.9% of the people wouldn't be able to do what you do. Like, what are we doing now? What are we doing? It's like every legend has to glaze Cody Rhodes. When The Rock came back on the premiere of Netflix, he basically said the same shit. Cody Rhodes is way too mid of a wrestler, of a promo worker, to be saying this type of shit. Alright? But basically, in the start of SmackDown, we get a 20-minute concert between Cody Rhodes' theme song and Randy Orton's. And Randy Orton just says that dumb shit, I respect you, blah, blah, blah. I hope you beat John Cena. I hope you beat his ass, Cody. And I will be waiting. I want my 15th world champ. Guys, this is the cringiest shit. It's like we're watching Disney Plus, guys. It's like we're watching Disney. And I don't know when this became an ancient thing. What happened to promo battles, right? It's like they want to protect Cody so bad that he cannot have a battle in a promo against anyone, right? John Cena can't say a word, because if John Cena said one fucking word, Cody's gonna get fucking buried because he's so bad. And Cody would just say something, you know what, John? I'm gonna make you regret doing that to me. John, we may not see you, but I see you clearly. Like Cody Rhodes is just, guys, I don't know why he's like a fan favorite. Same with Jey Uso. Like, they're decent. But, like, to be a world champion, it's draining. It's draining at this point, guys. It's draining. I forgot to bring up, Drew McIntyre also comes out and basically says, the regular Drew McIntyre promo, I will tell you the truth. Cody, I will be the next champion, or basically some shit like that. Said, Randy, you've been on your ass for 6 months. Get to the back of the line. That's basically what Drew said. I'm a big fan of Drew. You guys know this. Like, Drew McIntyre, in my opinion, should be fighting for a championship. But, I'll be talking about the Damian feud a little later, because something big did happen in this show with that feud. After the segments, we have the Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. Do I really need to speak on this match? I mean, it was a decent match, right? Pretty Deadly lose. Street Profits win. Street Profits interest theme. I don't know why they changed it. This shit is so bad, guys. Oh my god. To be honest, at this point, I don't really know who the Street Profits would face. It might be the Motor Shitty Machine Guns or DIY. And if that's the case, we've seen that like for the past 5 months. I really want to see a new tag team get pushed. But we'll see what happens. Then after this, we have Piper Niven and Alba Fire versus Caden Carter and Katana Chance. I haven't seen Caden Carter and Katana Chance for like a fucking year. So why the fuck would I care? I mean, hopefully there was a backstage segment that I didn't see, because if they just put them in a match without them talking or anything, having a promo, a vignette, like, guys, hopefully they did, because if they did, I didn't see one. I didn't see any backstage segment with Katana Chance, but maybe there was. I'm just going to skip over this, because I really did not care about this match at all. We get into the LA Knight and Braun Strowman match. And oh my god. I feel like it ended in the worst way. Braun Strowman winning in a DQ, which we don't know what's going to happen, right? Since Braun Strowman won, does that mean he's going to be facing LA Knight? Or is it going to be a triple threat between Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, and Braun Strowman? Because at this point, I just want LA Knight to have his own feud. I want LA Knight to have a singles feud with someone. He can either elevate a Carmelo Hayes, right? Or elevate Andrade or something. I mean, Andrade would probably be boring because he can't really, his English isn't great. But, like, oh my god. Like, this Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman thing, like, we've seen this shit 5 times. We've seen, like, 4 matches of them. They keep fighting. Braun Strowman and Fatu. Either that's going to be the WrestleMania match, but do not include LA Knight into that match. LA Knight needs his own feud. And if Triple H doesn't want to, like, if you look at the people available, there's not many people available for LA Knight to feud with, right? And that's why I think Carmelo Hayes should be the person. First of all, he's a younger talent, and he needs to be elevated, and LA Knight is a very great performer. Carmelo Hayes is a great performer. I think that their feud would honestly be really, really good and very entertaining. I don't understand why why Triple H hasn't had that idea, or maybe he has, he just doesn't think Carmelo is ready. But if you don't think Carmelo's ready, why was Laura Valkyria ready? Why was Tiffany Stratton ready? Why was Braun Breaker ready? All these people from NXT have gotten pushes to be champion. And Carmelo Hayes can't even have a feud to go against the champion. You know, I just think it's very weird, you know, and I don't understand the differences between a Laura Valkyria and a Carmelo Hayes, right? What does Laura Valkyria have that Carmelo doesn't, right? Like, in my opinion, Laura Valkyria, like I've said this, she makes me cringe, right? She's not, like, she just makes me cringe. But, yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on the United States champion. I think LA Knight should be going against Carmelo Hayes. It would be very interesting, but I think at this point it's a little too late. Like, Carmelo Hayes what is he doing? He's under the wing of The Miz right now, having one-liners, you know, getting bitched by Jimmy Uso. It's sad, man. Let me just auto-sim here. We had a Tiffany Stratton address Charlotte Flair, basically says some bullshit. Charlotte Flair went against Michin. She beat Michin. I don't understand why Charlotte Flair is going against all the jobbers in the women's division now. What else do we have? Naomi had her backstage segment or vignette, whatever you want to fucking call it. I mean, basically saying the same shit. You know, she cried in it. There was some emotion. It was decent, I guess. Not much to really talk about because, you know, I don't know. I just think Jade losing did not help this story at all. And especially Jade losing to Liv Morgan. Like, I don't know. That made me not care about this feud. Then we had Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre ended up winning. And that's not the most important part of Drew McIntyre's day. Later in the day, he basically brags saying, "Oh, it's been a great day for Drew McIntyre, and I beat up Damian Priest last week, and he doesn't dare to show up today." He opens the door, and you see Damian Priest standing there. I honestly think this was probably the best part of the show. Damian Priest was standing there, and they basically have a brawl outside in the parking lot. Pretty good exchange between both of the men, and then Damian Priest picks him up, throws him on top of the windshield of a car. And, I mean, that shit looked like real glass. That looked very, very real, and that looked like that shit hurt. I'm going to be honest, in the beginning of this feud, I didn't understand why, right? I didn't enjoy it at all. I wish Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre both had something else to do. But I think the two superstars are really making this feud better, all right? And also, you know, creative. Them allowing to slam Drew McIntyre on top of a windshield definitely amplifies the rivalry of these two men. I don't know. I'm enjoying the feud now, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Then we had the Miz and Jimmy Uso match, and that was probably the worst match I've seen in the past year. So yeah, I think that's enough of that. And to end the show, we had the big three, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, to sign the contract. And, you know, basically there was a concert, again, for the first 10 minutes, I would say. Roman Reigns, whatever the fuck it is, alright? They all come out, they sign. Seth Rollins basically says, "We did this." Roman's like, "There's no we, it's I did this." I feel like they've been saying that for the whole year. CM Punk comes out, what's his name? Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's like, "It's in there, CM Punk. It's in the contract. You will be main eventing WrestleMania." CM Punk cries. Roman Reigns laughs. CM Punk stands up. "That's not the favor." And then the show ends. That's me speedrunning the show. I mean, that segment. It wasn't great. I feel like at first I was excited, and then by each minute that went down, I'm like, what the fuck is this? It just doesn't feel personal. It doesn't feel personal enough. It doesn't feel real. And yes, I know wrestling is not real, but it should feel real, right? Shouldn't it feel real? Shouldn't it feel like, oh, these guys may not like each other? You want it to be like that, right? That's why last year felt real. That's why last year's WrestleMania was so good. Because we had The Rock, Cody. We thought they had beef, right? Triple H. Like, there was so much going on that we thought was real. And that's what makes WWE. That's what makes wrestling good. The reality of it. If there's no storylines that bring out reality, like there should be drama. There should be girlfriends and boyfriends breaking up, cheating, all this shit. You know what I mean? Like that. That's a part of WWE. That's a part of wrestling. That's a part of entertainment. Hopefully Triple H can see that. And that's gonna be it for this video. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.